I have a sip of water, and then I try to make it to the bathroom without peeing my pants, which is sometimes hard.
That's hard.
Depending on how many hours I've slept and how much water I've had the night before, sometimes I don't make it. Sometimes I'm like,
stop and pee, or just on the way?
No, I just have to, like, when I pee, I'm like, well, that underwear's not going back on.
When you got a passion, been on for so long, and everything around you starts to go wrong, gotta keep your...
Jill, you've had the morning, so start.
Oh, okay. So
tell us about it, baby.
Oh, for God's sakes. When we were all talking about the things that women and the world doesn't warn you about as you get a little older, it's not sleeping. Like, you guys know, you never sleep either. I never sleep. And last night was one of those epic nights of, like, not sleeping at all. I'm falling asleep on the couch, and then I go upstairs, I'm like, great, I'm going to sleep, and it's eyes wide open. So I'm in bed, don't sleep. But I finally fall asleep around, after having hot flashes and feeling like crap because of hormones. Babe. It's lovely. I finally fall asleep around 6 a.m. And
6 a.m.?
Around 6 a.m. It was like the last time I looked at my phone was like 5:37. And
that was last night?
That was last night. So I finally fell asleep around 6.
Look at you. I hate you so much. You look great.
Yeah, it's all phoning. It's all phoning it in.
She's dying inside.
I'm dying inside.
Yeah, but who cares? Look at her face.
Exactly.
Makeup. Lots of makeup. Okay, so and this goes into the, the shit show part of it of we all are sort of like, I'm here faking. I look put together. I'm not. And everyone needs to know that's how we're all walking around. So anyway, I fall asleep at 6. At around 8 o'clock, now I have told Dylan, my son who's going off to college, start doing your laundry. He's actually been doing his own laundry, folding it, everything for about 2 years. So I'm really proud of him. But he starts doing it, and our laundry's upstairs right outside of our room, starts doing it at 8 a.m. I'm on 2 hours sleep. Why in God's name are you doing it at 8 a.m.? I should be proud of me. Got up early.
Time out. Yeah. What is your 18-year-old doing?
Up at 8 a.m.
Up at 8 a.m.
on
Sunday.
I assume he just got home. That's
normally
right.
No,
and he's washing his clothes to get the blood off of it.
Exactly.
Because
when the police come, he just wants to make.
That's right.
Oh, believe me, I was like, what in God's name?
Or because it's soaked in scotch.
Vodka, that's the drink of the drink of mine. So no, he's got this adorable girlfriend, and they went to yoga this morning together.
Oh my God!
He realized he can't do because
I hate you even more now.
I mean, I think maybe Libby and I just need to talk.
Yeah,
exactly.
You just be quiet today because it makes us all feel incompetent.
No. Believe me, this was after you hear what I did,
they went to yoga. As far as you know,
yeah, hot.
Is that what they call it?
Hot yoga.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they call it now. Hot yoga.
We do it in the car. It's like car yoga.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like yoga. So I throw off my covers. My husband's still asleep. He's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "God damn it!" And I'm furious. Like, my rage, you guys, was as if somebody had killed my dog. I was furious. Like, there was no gradation, like, up to rage. It was
had
instant.
2 hours sleep,
and I was finally
Jill.
sleeping, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. So I throw off the covers. I throw open the door. Meanwhile, I forget that I'm, like, half naked, and Dylan's like, what's going on? I'm like, why are you? Meanwhile, I'm waking the whole house up. I'm like,
oh my God.
Why are you doing laundry right now? What is the need? He goes, you told me you wanted me to do my laundry. I'm like, I literally go.
It's like, well, you know what, Mom? He's going to do this every single weekend now. He's going to be like, you know what? If you'd rather just do it later so that you can sleep right now,
go ahead.
Because I'm going to be gone.
Okay.
I'm happy to do my own.
I'm going to be doing yoga.
Yeah.
So I scream and yell, wake the whole house up. It was like, what's wrong with you, Jill? And I was unnecessarily mean. In fact, I walked off and I go, what a fucking asshole.
You did not. Oh my God.
And luckily we have such a great relationship. He was laughing. I could hear him kind of laughing. And I'm like, it's not funny. I'm in pain. I haven't slept. And meanwhile, my husband gets up and he's like, what is going on? I'm just trying to sleep in. So this is really sort of like, for every woman out there who feels like I'm the only one that has these ridiculous rage or sleepless nights.
I'm concerned about your sleepless nights. And not your rage. That I can appreciate. I'm concerned about your sleepless nights. I'm concerned about your hot flashes. I mean, we have tools now. We have had conversations about hormones and estrogen patches and all that.
But how long did it take you to find out about hormones and estrogen patches and all of that?
How quickly can you fucking Google it? The minute I had a hot flash, I was like,
years.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, unacceptable.
See,
Unacceptable.
You were smart because I was like, I could white knuckle
Well, it took me a little bit longer,
fine.
to make an appointment with my doctor and go through all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I mean, it's all over my feed probably because they're like, ding, 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 ding. She's over 50.
She's over. Hello.
Send her the info. I don't know.
I'm going to go back on the hormones after my next mammogram, and I
good
cannot
girl.
wait. I cannot wait.
It was a game changer
It's a game
for
changer.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the little patch, which I love.
Yeah.
And it just changed my energy.
Did you have to adjust the dosage or anything? Because for some
I did.
people, it's
I
a
went
journey.
higher because I like going higher.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I know. Me too.
I'm like,
me too.
how high can
Back
this
in
go?
the day, I'm like, that's just not enough. I'm going to need a little more. As a matter of fact, I'm going to need to be the one that carries it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So wait, how high? What are you guys on? How high? are you?
0.05.
That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, for the patch.
Yes,
I was
for
doing
the
a
patch.
pill, which apparently is not a good idea, at 1 milligram.
Why is it apparently not a good
Because
idea? I
it's
think
much-
it's different for everyone. But
Well, no, I guess the way it's delivered through a patch
Yes.
is supposedly
Is-
safer,
yes.
better for your organs.
Yes.
It's just
right,
Yes.
right.
So I will go.
And
the
you have to balance
maximum.
it with the progesterone.
And you have to.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
the progesterone really helps you sleep. The estrogen.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
that's what
yes.
I was
Yeah.
concerned.
Yes.
Like I'm like,
Yeah.
just take some progesterone
I could.
and like
I know.
it's I've heard about the magnesium and all that. I don't
Yeah.
do any of that other stuff
I've
because I
tried
want
the
one
magnesium.
pill.
One pill.
Well, you're low maintenance. You're like, what do you need me to do?
What
I'm
is it?
not
How
a low maintenance
complicated?
person. I'm a high maintenance person that likes low maintenance things.
But that makes you high
Which
maintenance.
makes you even more high
more
maintenance.
high
does.
maintenance. Because
That's
it's got to be
exactly
low
right.
maintenance
Yeah.
for me to do it.
Yeah,
To want to do it.
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
No, I don't think you're lazy.
Well, I'm not lazy with all things,
No.
but when it comes to like it's time to get ready for bed, usually I've pushed it too far.
Oh, me too.
It's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
and
I
I'm
don't
like,
wash
if I
my
have to do
face.
anything more
Yeah.
than wash my face,
Oh, I don't even do that.
done. No, can't do it.
But don't you think that's sort of, and I think you and I talked about this, Libby, that putting ourselves last, which we all do as women, whether you're a mother or not, you tend to put yourself last, just throughout the day. That by the time
Unless you're
I
a
go,
narcissist.
oh,
I know
that's
some of
true.
those.
I need to be more narcissistic.
They do not put themselves last. As a matter of
God,
fact, if
they're
they're
awesome.
listening to this, they're going to be like, "Why would you put yourself last?
Why do that?
And I want those people to sign off right now because I hate them.
Because no, thank you. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
we don't need you.
But at least you're not yelling at your child because he did his own
No,
laundry.
they probably are.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it's all about them.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Jill, this is, but what, so let me finish the story. So he
Yes.
comes home right before I come here, and he walks in, and he gives me a big hug, and I gave him a big hug.
Aw.
And it was one of those, like, because I never, ever lose it like that. I mean, I am more and more, like,
But
because
you haven't slept in 2 years.
no, and you know what? Really, you're doing your laundry. But wait, the best part
2
is
years.
2 years. 2 years. 2 years.
I was so nice 2 years ago.
So pleasant 2 years ago.
I was not.
But
That patch has made me nicer.
that patch has made me
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
can't wait to go back
Oh my
on.
God.
Though I felt, I need to go back on for everybody in the household.
But that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, we all talk about taking estrogen, taking whatever you need, as a woman, as you get older. It's just different things that you've got to start doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're just suffering.
Otherwise, you're just
and-
suffering.
Yeah, and why?
Yeah.
Why
And
when
there's
you don't
no
have
need.
to?
Yeah, there's no need.
Because now all of those studies, and we don't have to get, this is a whole nother topic,
Yeah.
but all those studies have been discounted.
Yes.
But
But
it's
for a
not
long
going to
time,
cause breast cancer.
Yes,
and like,
exactly. Exactly.
There's
God
no
love
correlation
Dr.
with
Mary
that.
Claire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who just like spreads the word.
Yep.
And is
for
so informed.
But for women who aren't going to a doctor who may know about this, because there are women who don't have
Right.
doctors who are really well read
Yeah.
up, or
Yeah.
they're men,
Or afraid.
they're male
Yeah.
doctors who are like, this is
Yeah.
just part of life. Just
I have a
get
male
used
doctor.
to it.
Yeah. Oh,
I have a male
yeah.
doctor and he's amazing.
That's great.
You
And
love
he
him.
was
That's right.
Yeah,
You love
because
him.
he's like, I told him I think I told you guys this, the last appointment or the appointment when I was asking about hormones and this kind of all began for me. I was like, just so you know, I want you to know that the talk with me and my girlfriends is that I should be going to a specialist and that we shouldn't talk. I shouldn't be talking to you about this and that you really know nothing.
And everyone hates you.
Yes.
And everyone
In
hates
case you weren't paranoid out in the world. That you're not the guy, that I should be going to a specialist. He's like, yeah, so they can charge you an arm and a leg. And he goes, this is what I do. He's an OBGYN. Right. He's like, my job doesn't end after you have a baby. He's like, this is what I do. And I have a wife.
How pleasant.
So,
I love that.
Yeah, he was just
that's great because I've read about and spoken to lots of
You remember
women
my doctor?
who were told just suck it up. This is part of life. This is just what's happening.
I don't, because he hasn't experienced it.
He doesn't.
There are some, when I first called him, I think I need to up my dosage. He was like, still having hot flashes. I'm like, that's not all it's about.
That's not all. It's about, that's the least.
So he really wants to help with the symptoms, but he's not necessarily, I don't know if he's aware of the fact that, I can't remember my, best friend's name.
Yeah.
On occasion.
Yeah.
The brain fog hits you. And like when you're working and you have brain fog where you have that moment where you're like, I had a thought. Or when you start having a hot flash in the middle of a meeting.
That doesn't happen to me, but
That doesn't,
it started
well, you're perfect.
No, I'm drugged.
You're drugged.
That's very different.
Would you remember the doctor I went to, Corie? I think I had breakfast with you after. And my doctor was great. She retired. And who replaced her was this young 30-year-old. So women do it too. Yeah. And I go in there and I was like, I'm having problems with my hormones and I'm not sleeping. And this is exactly what happened. She literally said, can't you just take Benadryl to sleep? Which is so bad for a multitude of reasons. And then she shamed me for not wearing cotton underwear because she looked over at my clothes that were sitting on the chair next to.
I'm so glad you said clothes just now.
I
thought she was going to be like, she shamed me for wearing cotton underwear because she looked over at my and I was like,
no!
Your clit?
And your what?
Like, you're clearly not wearing cotton underwear. I thought she was looking at your crotch.
Oh.
And deduced that you weren't wearing cotton underwear. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So
that's a whole other kind of appointment.
Jesus.
That's a whole different kind of
Okay, so she looked at your clothes.
And then she said, well, no, you should never go on hormones. You don't need them. I'm like, I left there. I think I did call you. I must have talked to you, or maybe I talked to you.
Yes.
Right after, where I was like, I was so upset by this because I'm like, and barely said goodbye to me.
Bonkers and
it's
uneducated.
Shaming. Well, it's also shaming.
For her to say that.
It's also just shaming, and it's completely.
It's making you the whiny woman.
Yes, exactly.
Whiny woman.
Yes.
That's what they used to
and
call it.
And just accept it. This is just, this is what happens now.
And you're 30. You have no idea. So I almost want to say, just wait, honey.
Yeah.
You're going to feel so terrible.
Set an alarm on your phone.
Yeah.
To go back and call her 20 years from now.
How's it going?
Yeah. How's it going?
Hot,
little warm.
Drink the Benadryl and the tea. She goes, drink some tea. I'm like, fuck tea.
How's it going? Remember me? Yeah. It's like the real life Pretty Woman moment.
Totally. Remember me?
I'm done. Just starting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Luck to you.
That is so great. A real life Pretty Woman moment.
Yeah.
Remember me?
Yep.
Yeah. Remember me?
So great.
Yeah.
But it was like the worst.
Big mistake. Big.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Because I don't forget. I never forget. Ever.
And now I own the pharmaceutical company. You're being provided nothing.
No. I will deny you coverage on everything. Yeah, it was, but no one, like you and I talked about this, no one warned you, and you have two daughters, and I almost want to sit them down and go, okay, this is going to scare the shit out of you now, but why would you,
Libby's already done that.
For many reasons.
I try.
They go, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mom.
That is the reaction.
Yeah. My son is 20 today.
Wow.
Beckett is 20.
My teenage
Sweet
son
Beckett.
is no longer a teenager.
Oh my God,
Wow.
how weird.
I realized
How are
it
you
this
doing?
morning. Well, he's out of town. He's with a couple buddies and they drove up north and he's having the time of his life. But I was sitting on my porch having my coffee for 5 minutes this morning.
Watching
and I was
the birds?
like, I was listening to the birds,
Oh.
yes. I couldn't really see them as well this morning because I had to cut a shrub down and so they don't come to visit quite as much. But anyway, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, I have a 20-year-old son. Wow. And I know that's not shocking for a lot of women in this country who are in their 50s, but for LA women who start late,
it's a lot. Yeah,
a 20-year-old kid is like, that is so crazy because that must be that I had him at 10.
You did, right?
What a messed up childhood I must have had. Wow.
You had him at 10
I just can't wrap my head around it. Neither can he, by the way. He was not looking forward to this.
Why?
He
just feels like
he does not want to grow up. He wants to be a kid.
My younger daughter is like that. Oh,
Izzy
does not want to get
He was
older.
like, I do not want to turn 20.
Well. Why would I do that?
But he's so adorable and so thriving.
He doesn't understand that he's going to be a kid for at least 5 more years.
At least.
And that he's going to, that his brain is not fully formed anyway.
Not until like they're 27, I think.
25.
But my daughter Zoe, like at 12, was like, yeah, I'm going to move away.
Yeah, she was always very...
I'm going to school, cross country, like, don't even bother like trying to keep me.
Yeah. Does she was
ready to grow. Zoe was like
calls
that?
Me all the time.
See, I'm worried that Dylan's going to go off to college next
year. No, he's going to call you all the time.
Call me.
In fact, he'll call you at 8 a.m. going, so what are you doing now?
Yeah.
You're a fucking asshole.
Exactly. The blood didn't quite come out.
The blood didn't come out. Do I use Coca-Cola on this?
Exactly.
How do I mask? Yeah. Well, no, but it was one of those moments this morning that sort of solidified, we're all going through these little moments where you go, I want a do-over on this morning.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of a do-over. But what was great was I could hear him laughing because we have such a good relationship and our home is filled with so much laughter and joy that this was sort of, he was more like, are you okay? This was insane.
You're making that sound like it's a one-off. I know
it's not a one-off. No,
it's not.
Why I hide it
so
better.
Much love and joy and a little rage.
And maybe a lot more rage lately. Like when I walk my dog.
I have a question for you guys. Libby, tell me, what do you do first thing when you wake up in the morning? I want to know, but I mean, really first thing. Do you pull on sweats, put on a robe, go downstairs? Like, I want to know specifically just the first 3 things. Because are you the first to get up in your house?
Yeah.
By far, because you're an early riser.
What time do you get up?
Sometime between 5 and maybe if it's a late night, like
that's
6.
What I was waiting to hear. Okay.
Oh, even if I sleep
between 5 and 6, you said?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Naturally or with an alarm?
Naturally.
Oh, naturally, you wake up between 5 and 6.
I don't sleep.
Did you do that when you were younger too? Like,
have you always been a morning person?
When I was younger, I probably woke up like 8 or 9.
Okay.
Between 8 or 9?
Yeah.
That's still...
But that's still, I was never like sleeping until
But early to bed as well? So you've got enough sleep?
No, when I was younger, I just didn't sleep as much. I would sleep like 5 hours a night and just...
Was that enough?
Seemed to be, but I could have just been stupid.
I mean, right? Are you tired?
I do get tired sometimes during the day, but I work out to get my, energy
you
going.
work out like a lot.
Yeah,
right.
I do.
And the cocaine helps a lot.
And the cocaine
is key. You forgot the
key. Nothing like getting up and having a bump, starting your day. Jesus. Why the cocaine references today? I think it's because
you're all in. It's the 20-year-old birthday.
It's the 20-year-old birthday. You're remembering. Oh my God.
That's right. I'm like... craving my youth. Okay, so you get up between 5 and 6. It's not light out yet when you wake up?
Not these days, no.
Mother of God.
How are you awake? I can't do it.
Morning's the best part of the day.
I
love
I beg to
Corie.
differ.
I'm a night girl.
Me
I could stay up till
too.
2 a.m.
Oh, I do most nights.
Yeah,
you have
I do.
No
I
choice now, but...
Yeah, that's right.
Now I'm just up. But I'm like you, Corie. I could be up. I do my best work at night.
So do you get up with full energy between 5 and 6? Or are you just like,
not till you have
your coffee?
Do you pop
then
out
I have
of bed?
My coffee.
Like, do you just lay there for a minute? Or do you just like, I'm up and I'm up?
Yeah, does your brain wake up first?
Hmm?
Does your brain wake up first?
Always. Yes.
Okay, and then you're like, I might as well get out of bed.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that happens to me also, but like at 11. When my brain wakes up and I go, oh, I'm okay to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I am dragging my freaking ass out of bed every
And
morning.
Are you the first one awake in your house?
Depends. Because we have to get up and get my one kid going now. We used to be both. Stuart and I, my husband and I used to wake up at the same time because we were driving in 2 different directions to get them to schools and they weren't at the same school and all that. Now we take turns getting up. Even though my husband works at night, but so I'll do it maybe 3 mornings a week and he'll do 2 or, but we trade off days. And usually, so yes, when I get up early, I'm the first one to get up, and I set my alarm for about 10 minutes before I know anyone else is going to be up, because I just need to make some coffee. And but that's like 7:30, and that is freaking early to me.
7:30 is so
the only time
early
I
for
set
me.
my alarm is like if I have to get up at 4.
I set
'cause
my
have to get to
alarm
the
on the
airport.
weekends. Otherwise, I will not. No kidding.
I
I'll
was
sleep
laying
till
in bed.
noon.
I could
So,
sleep till
so do you even need progesterone to sleep? I mean,
I think that I need it. Well, because there was a short time. I told you it was a very short time when I was like, this is unacceptable. Right?
This is
I mean, it was
unacceptable.
literally like
This
a
is
few
how it
months,
works.
and I was like, okay, all of those girlfriends who I was talking to about all those problems that I never thought was going to happen to me, tell me what you did, because I need it ASAP.
so smart though.
Yeah.
So smart. Good for you.
Well, I have a couple of girlfriends who are older than me, or who just started into menopause before me. Who knows why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really felt like I was having a perimenopause, but now that I've learned more, I probably was.
Yeah.
So I probably need the progesterone. It's, I wake up, I've been going through some shit the last couple of years. So I have been waking up. I was waking up almost every night.
You had a lot
in a
going on.
spin, and I still do, but that's what the progesterone helps with, I
Helps
think,
calm that down.
is to help keep me asleep.
Yeah.
It doesn't help me sleep any later, I don't think, but yeah.
But that way you don't wake up.
Well,
It just keeps the
sometimes I
mind,
do,
right?
but less so than it used to be. It's just, I wake up I used to take, before I ever got pregnant, I had a doctor that prescribed me, oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to remember the name, but it was intense. I didn't know it was intense. I just thought, oh, this is great. Gosh, I can't remember the name, but remember Silver Linings Playbook?
Yes.
Sure, I love that.
Do you remember when they were comparing the drugs they had taken?
Yeah.
And Bradley Cooper said this drug, and she's like, oh, that was intense. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm taking. That doesn't feel intense. That doesn't feel intense. And it wasn't Ambien, it wasn't like specifically for sleep. It was like for anxiety or for the spin.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was genius.
Oh, that's great.
It kept
It did.
quieted
Right.
my brain. Quiet, is that a word? Quiet?
Yeah.
Quieted my brain.
Yeah.
And
quieted.
I was able to
Now
fall
I
asleep.
really want to know the name of it.
Yes.
What's the drug?
Well, I mean, it's, I don't know. I'll probably come up with it at about 3 a.m. and I'll text
There you go.
Please
Text me at
text.
3 a.m. and
Please
wait.
text.
Actually, I'll be awake. So go ahead.
Great. Anyway.
But that's interesting, because I have been waking up in a panic, like fight or flight.
That-
Yeah.
Like if I do
horrible.
happen to fall asleep when
Yeah.
I get into bed, an hour later I'm up. And it's like the worst. I'm like, what do I have to, is it the world? Is it my son going
Well,
off to college?
yeah.
Is it, the world?
That's what I was
What
going to
is it?
ask you when you said that you wake up
Yeah.
at night. What wakes me up now is super, super dark shit.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
Like sometimes
Awful.
people just wake
Like
up
what?
and like you hear stories about people waking up, women waking up, men never, but women waking up and going,
Never.
I just was like, oh my God, I forgot to get this at the grocery store. And what am I going to do for, Jacob's birthday and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
I wish that was what
I
was
wake up
waking
with
me
the Dementors from fucking Harry Potter spinning around
Yeah.
my head.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, and it's like, you suck. You've done nothing. You think that's worth something? I mean, it is fucking dark.
Why is
you
this
know?
so
So dark
worse?
about you.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's about me. It's dark about me.
Oh,
I'm in a panic.
yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
I shouldn't have said that, and then you spiral into
Yes.
places of complete illogic.
Yes.
Illogical,
Why did I
like,
react that way?
what?
And now it's too late. Now
Yeah,
that- I mean,
and they must think I'm
anything.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I am, but
We
now they
do
know
share a
it.
brain,
But in a
though.
good
We do.
way.
Maybe this is
We
not
do.
normal.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
We do share a brain.
We do.
But I hate that you wake up like that. You also had a lot going on. But can I tell
I'm
you
broken. I'm broken.
Well, are we all?
It's fine.
Yeah.
No, but you're
I've
broken because
accepted
you
I'm
have a
broken.
lot of stuff that happened in the last few years that was
Yep.
difficult with family and whatever.
I'm dead inside.
We
Good.
no, I
I'm
think that's
smiling, but I'm dead inside. It kills me.
But okay, can I tell you what I do when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm in a it's the worst.
Yeah.
Isn't it the worst feeling? You're like, I feel literally like terrible. Like, how do I get out of this?
And do you go through the list of your best friends in your head and who will understand it because you know you need to talk to someone?
Yes,
And a
yes.
therapist isn't going to be the person because I
Yes.
tried that. But like somebody that really knows you,
Yes.
and maybe there's two. Maybe there's two. And then you
And
wake
then you
up.
feel sad.
No, I mean, yes.
A little bit.
You feel a little, when it's 0, that's when I feel sad. When it's 0, I'm like, no one gets me.
No.
And that makes it way worse.
I know.
But usually there's a couple, and that's usually when I call and be like, brunch, please. Brunch.
Can we have breakfast?
Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
So you're going to laugh, and you can maybe each of you tell me if you ever wake up in the middle of the night what you do. Because I'm like, okay, if I get up and eat something, I'll fall asleep with a stomach ache. So I don't do that. Sometimes I do because I'm actually hungry. But
oh, really?
Yeah, and that actually does help. And if I watch a movie, I don't know if I'll start. So, I swear to God, I'm watching YouTube videos on forgotten foods of the 1950s.
I've seen that video.
Like how to make sandwiches that were popular in the 1950s. Swear to God.
I made chipped beef the other day.
Oh my God, chipped beef on the toast.
Yes. It's so disgusting.
It's disgusting. But this is what I'm watching because I'm like, oh, the world used to be simple.
You know you're screwing yourself with that blue light, right?
Yeah.
When you wake up.
Yeah.
Oh,
just FYI.
Well, I'm watching it on TV. We have a TV in our room, but it's still blue light.
Michael's asleep.
Yeah.
You turn on the TV in the middle of the night.
He can sleep through anything. Men can sleep through. He can sleep through major earthquakes. So I literally watch it is a guy. Sometimes it's a guy.
They recreate the meals.
They recreate it. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm literally for an hour watching forgotten casseroles from church get-togethers.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Casserole
beef and noodles.
Yes. Oh my God.
So my
kid,
my younger son.
I highly recommend it, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. So my Hudson might be into this too. I don't know if he's like into like kitchen stuff, or cooking and like doing stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So Paxton first saw this video, and it was a video, probably not that exact one, because it was like the most popular meal, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, like each decade.
That's my next video.
And he said, let's make one of these each night. And so for like a week, we did, no,
because it's gross. Because it's gross.
Try to go to the grocery store and be like, I gotta find the ingredients for chipped beef.
Oh, so gross! It's so gross.
And like,
vile.
Anybody got any Vienna sausages?
Oh yeah,
from the 70s.
Or
I mean,
Spam.
it's just
not in LA, lady.
So, but we went out, we found it all. I mean, it's like in each night, and there were a couple like found out that he likes. We did frozen. Maybe they used to do canned. I don't know, but mixed veggies like carrots, peas, green beans.
Ew.
Oh my God!
He's like, I'm down with that. I'm like, really? Because he doesn't like vegetables. He's like, I hate broccoli, but he'll eat the freaking mixed veggies. So I'm like, great. I mean, it only lasted like maybe 6 months. And then he was like, that's a little bit gross. But for 6 months, he got vegetables. And you know what? Good job, Mom.
Good job, Mom. Good job, Mom.
That was, I think, from the 60s? I don't remember which decade. Anyway.
But it takes you out of it's the most random.
So you did
how
videos.
It came constantly. Of the 1950s and 60s. And then I did last night I did one on looking at the interior of homes in the 1960s, and they were so cool. I could totally redo my house in mid-century if I had the money. But
I don't love mid-century.
I love mid-century too.
I do or don't?
I love it. It's my favorite.
Maybe I haven't been exposed to enough of it.
And nobody had clutter.
Like the clean lines.
Nobody had clutter. We have so much clutter in our house.
The stuff on the internet doesn't have clutter. Everyone's always had
clutter. Even in the 60s and 50s, they had clutter. They had stuff.
Absolutely.
You couldn't buy it online and have it shipped.
That is
much
true.
Harder to
get
it.
You really had to put effort to get all that shit.
People weren't taking pictures with their phones when their houses were a mess either.
Yeah.
They would like clean First of all, the housewives, God love them, would be having to be home cleaning all day.
All day.
While having to look beautiful the whole time.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
So, we didn't have as many photographs.
Rage, Jill. No rage.
None. No. They were perfectly happy doing that.
Medicated. Their doctor's like, take this
That
pill.
was good medication.
That was right? Shit. That was not regulated yet. So they just doled it out. Yeah.
That's right.
But
can we get some of that?
Wouldn't that be nice? The 1950s housewives medication. They should just put that on
They
the bottle.
should just put it like a little picture.
This is how we survived the 50s.
Prozac. Hasn't Prozac been around forever?
Yeah.
But this is how we survived the 50s. And that would literally, the shelves would be empty.
Yep.
But so YouTube videos on how to make sandwiches. That's what I'm watching in the middle of the night.
To try to fall asleep.
Or just to try and get me out of
I was going to say like
the ridiculous clutter in my head.
A movie, like watching a movie though, I don't know that I would want to. I don't know, first of all, that I would be as pessimistic as you in thinking that I wasn't going to fall asleep for 2 more hours. So committing to a movie, are you just watching a movie that you're not that into? You think maybe you'll fall asleep during it?
No, I can't watch a movie because I'll get into it and then I won't fall asleep. Yeah,
right.
Like I'll be like,
so no movie. I mean,
I can't. That's why the YouTube videos that are like 20-minute long videos. I'm also watching the best
podcasts. Do you watch any podcasts?
I
Maybe somebody's
don't.
watching us at 3 a.m.
And they're like, oh my God, my life is great. Yeah. These women. I'm so awesome.
Totally.
It's really helped me fall asleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, Libby, we've talked about this. The feeling that I'm the only one that has some of those moments. I'm the only one that wakes up in the middle of the night. We know we're not, but there is a feeling of loneliness in the middle of the night.
Especially in the middle of the night.
Horrible.
Yeah.
It's
it really is a different sort of, it's an alternate.
So that's your ritual
universe.
To turn your brain off. Do you have a ritual to try to get into a positive place? Like
what's the ritual to turn my brain off? Drugs?
For Jill,
mine is
she's watching the YouTube videos.
Does that turn your brain off, or does it just, like pass the time when you're trying to fall back asleep?
It helps me turn my brain off.
Right, okay.
It helps it's almost like a restart. Like
get
out of everything.
Just get out of the loop.
And into something simple that's got a process, a beginning, middle, and end, and there's a product at the end of it, a sandwich. It sounds really stupid, but it genuinely helps me.
No, I get that.
But to be positive, I get outside. I make myself, if I'm tired and I feel blah, like the other day I was sitting, we were all feeling this just at home going, what is going on? Why?
Wrestling with the demons.
Mm-hmm. I put on my sweatpants and I went for a walk in the hills.
That's funny. That's what Stuart told me to do.
It really, I didn't
do it.
And give yourself 10 minutes because you think you can't do it. And suddenly you'll do 10, then you'll do 10 more. Yeah. And then you've done.
Just being outside.
Yeah. I have started to in the mornings, go outside immediately. Like first I'll make a chai or a coffee and I'll go outside immediately and just like put my face up to the sun.
That's good.
And like, remind my body that it's daytime now and it's like time to get moving. And it really, it helps me to, and we're lucky to be in Southern California.
Yeah, very.
I mean, I know they have those artificial lights and stuff. When you live somewhere else, you can get a light that like simulates that.
I did it in the rain,
hard.
though.
Like in Seattle, or Portland, where they have those. Yeah, because that's why they have that.
I need sunlight. Yeah,
I need sunlight.
Yeah, I don't love the sun. I'm almost allergic to the sun.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm just so fair-skinned.
I hate getting sun. Yeah,
me too. Yeah. But it does, the warmth of it in just those couple of minutes really just is like, it's nice in the morning.
It just gets you. But I'm like you. You get out of bed. I can't get out of bed in the morning.
Me either.
Those people that get up and
me either.
I'm like,
it's awful.
The morning is the worst time of the day for me.
My God.
I hate it every day.
Painful.
It's physically painful.
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too.
I cannot.
I'm up.
Oh my
I'm
God.
downstairs. I have my coffee. Sometimes I'll come outside to have it. The
Your life
dogs are
must be
with
so
me.
much better than mine. Because you wake up with enthusiasm.
I do.
Yes.
I wake up like
I
I'm
wake up
like,
miserable.
let's go.
I do too. You know what? I
wake up
think that it's different. Somebody else who's listening to this is going to be like, wow, they need probiotics or whatever. They'll have a fix for it.
I do have a.
I know.
For that, but yeah.
But I think we have different baselines.
Yeah,
I think so
completely.
Too.
I have to fight. Like my baseline is just down, man.
Yeah, me too.
I have to.
Me too.
Ironic.
Battle that.
Ironic, because you are funny as fuck. I mean, you both are.
Yeah, that's trauma.
It is trauma.
Right? Yes. The funniest people are like the most fucking miserable.
And screwed up, right?
Writers' rooms are really...
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Comedy writers' rooms,
writers' rooms
the
where
worst.
you're like, these are the most miserable, funny people I've ever met.
That's right. That's right. I love them.
They're
my people.
They're just as screwed up as me.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. They can go dark. They make me laugh.
Yes.
Yep. So speaking of, you said you exercise every single day.
I do.
Every single day.
Every
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Do you, when you don't,
That's a good question.
you really, you feel it? Like
I
not
do.
physically,
My energy
but like
just
your
goes down.
energy or
the reason
mental
I work
state?
out is my energy and my just my, as I'm having a moment, just my clarity.
Yeah.
My brain is just like this as opposed to it feels slowed down.
I see. Okay,
Right.
so have you always been that disciplined?
No, not at all.
Really?
No.
Okay, so when did
When
you
did
make
that
this
start?
shift?
Yeah.
When I moved here, I started slowly.
So how many years ago?
25 years ago.
Okay,
Okay,
when
don't
you
screw
moved here.
yourself, but yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't been doing anything for that
Well,
long.
but
Me either.
I wasn't working out every day.
No.
I started working out every day probably when the girls were
When you had
about
time.
7 or 8. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Like when it
but
got...
still, that's a significant amount of time. Were you always athletic? You were always physical growing up. So this was
No,
not.
I was an athlete growing up, but there
Yeah.
was a point where I just stopped. And I think that's like more common for girls, right? Where they
Yes,
just
you
like,
just
they get to
stop.
this point
Yeah,
that
you're like, I'm not going to the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Not
not
going to keep being on a team. Not
Right,
going to
right,
keep,
right,
you
right.
know, like my girls were in soccer and then one day they were like, nope,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, done.
But then
So like
I
when you were in
missed it.
school and stuff, when you
Yeah.
were studying,
Yes,
you weren't necessarily
exactly.
as athletic. And then you missed it?
I did.
Okay,
I
and-
miss the feeling of it. I mean, it's just natural drugs.
Yeah. It is,
honestly.
yeah.
It is.
And it's
It's
just
so good for
injecting
you.
Yeah, the
yourself with
endorphins are like-
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't get that anywhere else. I mean, unless you know someone. Yes, exactly.
Corn mic.
So
I don't. But if anyone is listening,
please.
Please.
leave a comment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hook me
so
up.
that's why I do
me
it.
up.
Completely selfish.
No,
No,
not
yeah.
at all.
But you're taking care of
kinder
yourself.
to everyone else around you as well.
Well,
I
it
need
helps.
that.
I do not need
I'm, you know,
Love big
I'm
bitch.
not like a lovely person, but I at least
You're a
don't.
lovely
You
person.
You're
are.
very
Libby,
kind,
you
but-
are so lovely.
You're
but-
and patient. Holy shit,
Oh
are you
my
patient?
God. I don't have that. I really don't. How do you put up with us? How do
Right?
you deal with us?
With joy.
Okay.
Yeah,
You guys
because you
are
only
a
need to
crack up.
because you only need to be around us for like
Yeah,
an hour or
that's
two
true.
at a
That's
time.
true.
Okay, so and is it primarily? I'm sorry that I'm
No, please.
No, it's
grilling you about this,
Go.
but I'm curious because I absolutely despise exercise with a passion.
I don't like it either.
Like, have you ever seen that meme that was like, I didn't make it to the gym today? Shit, that makes 5 years in a row.
I love that. I love that.
I mean, I work out. I do exercise.
No, I know you do. You
do Pilates.
One day a week, you guys. And that is only, and that is,
Libby's laughing.
that is, no, you guys, it's not nothing. It
No, it's
really
not.
does put me back in touch with my body.
It does.
And,
That's
and I
great.
stay there for
That's
a
great.
couple of days. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
good. So
and
there's-
I stretch and I'll do yoga on my own if I'm really feeling like out of my body. I like
Yep.
to feel like I'm in touch with my body. So that is important to me. So, but even a walk would do that for me because I
Totally.
don't want to sweat.
Totally.
I don't
Yeah.
like to sweat because then that means a shower. So and it's a domino.
And then you told me,
effect.
I texted you and you said, I don't exercise because it just makes me really hungry.
Yes.
I think you said
And
yeah.
I eat more.
Yeah,
And then I'm
you're
like, if
well,
I'm
what was
trying to
the-
get in shape or lose weight or whatever it is, it's counterproductive because then I want a fucking ham and cheese omelet. I mean, what the hell am I doing? So anyway, to go back to you, Libby, because it's way more inspiring.
You're way more inspiring than all
So
that.
is it cardio or strength training?
Yes,
What do you
cardio
do?
and a little. I do very light weights, and
You
I do
so
like.
what's your workout? You do
So
elliptical.
you just need to sweat.
I do. I like to sweat. I
Yeah.
like to make sure my heart's really, pounding. I
Yeah.
like to.
Oh my God.
I like to engage my.
This sounds like the worst. This is like
Corey's
torturing
like,
me.
I'm still asleep by the time
My
you've done
heart
this.
to be pounding. I mean, that's like how I feel when I wake up at night and I
Yeah.
have all these things
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
I don't ever want to feel that. Okay.
I want to engage my core, so I'll do planks, I'll do sit-ups, I'll do push-ups,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll do, just light weights.
Do you do a 2-minute plank? More or less?
Yeah, I do like 3 sets of 2-minute planks.
3 sets.
How do you motivate yourself? Like
Daily.
Yeah.
You're going to be so much. So when we're little old Ricky ladies and you're like strong hiking up the hill, we're going to remember this. But
She's going to be pushing me in a wheelbarrow.
that's true. Wheelbarrow.
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 I want it to be fun.
Oh my God, yeah. Where will I be?
We'll be in a shopping cart.
Oh my God.
Get the shopping
Shopping
cart. Yeah. A runaway shopping cart. Yeah.
Both of us.
Yeah. With my blender.
With your
She's pushing me up the hill. Go, Libby, go. I will cheer you on.
Oh my God. We will absolutely
Oh
cheer
my
you
God.
on.
I will keep going until, I am hospitalized.
But so here's
Really?
my question for you,
No way.
Liz.
No way will I
Amazing.
stop.
Here's my question for you. So when I think about exercise, I hate it. And then I force myself to do it and I hate it during it. But when I'm done,
Yeah.
I feel
the best.
fantastic.
Of course.
So then I get into a mode where, okay, I'll do this and I'll do it 3 days in a row. And then I I don't know if it's ADD or just really I don't care. I stop. I'm like, I did 3 days in a row. I'm good for a month. Like, I don't.
Because you haven't found something that you enjoy enough. I don't know. I don't know.
I hate it.
Out
you
of my
are.
ass.
You're talking.
I just like the feeling too much.
Insult Libby.
I'm out. Yeah.
I just like the feeling too much.
It feels really great.
Yeah.
I do know that feeling. I used to do a bar class. For about 6 months. I did a bar class, and not 6 months straight. That sounded wrong. But I did maybe 2-3 days a week. I was like pretty consistent with it. I loved it because very, very small, intense motions. I loved that.
It's a great workout.
I loved feeling how I felt
disciplined, by the way, to do that. To do those workouts where it's like
I feel like it's more
motions.
disciplined to get all sweaty, heart pounding,
I don't
all
think
that.
so.
I hate that. A small motion, I can do this for days.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
See that?
I love the
Forgive me, that bores me too much.
Oh, really?
And
I like to think about the exact
yoga
muscle, how it's working.
See, that's very disciplined.
Yeah.
Is
to
it?
Me, yeah.
Really?
To me, it's like, just working out is
sure
just
it's not
working
just
out.
small-minded?
Well, also, hold
Not
on.
at all.
We're going to a class. I did the bar class too. It's amazing because you can literally feel your butt getting higher. You're like, this is working. There's an outcome here that matters to me.
Yeah.
But for you to, on your own, get up, go into your home, and
it's not like you're
going to
lose $40
from
the class.
Right?
If you don't go.
Yeah, that is the incentive.
It's not like
for that.
and you don't have a teacher
true.
yelling, not yelling, but telling you what to do at every moment, and you're embarrassed if you leave early. Like,
I just want to start my day with energy. I just want to be like,
I've got to do that.
Boom.
You know what I did the other day, you guys? And it actually worked. I did that like the Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get out of bed.
Oh, fuck that.
No.
I tried that. Go on.
I did it one day,
Go on
Corie.
so I can tear it apart.
Well, I did it one day, and I was like, I felt great. And have I ever done it since? No.
I tried it. I
once.
went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That does not work.
No, that does not work.
I am still under my covers.
I still feel miserable.
It's supposed to be like, I really wanted to believe in that. It's supposed to be like trigger something in your head. I'm like, well, I don't work for NASA.
No, and then you can't have coffee for an hour.
No, I didn't get that far.
No, I got that
What?
Okay, so the thing is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed, get sunlight, go for a 10-minute walk, and you can have coffee for the first hour you're awake. I'm like,
you cannot? Why not?
That.
No.
Because the
My
coffee
husband does that.
locks in, supposedly,
Your state?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, swear to God.
Physically or mentally?
Both.
Because you did this. And
well, I was just saying, whatever, I mean, I don't.
Oh, I see. That was your reference to locked in.
So like
it locks in.
It locks in. The state of your brain when you're still waking up for the first hour is in a certain chemical state.
Oh, interesting.
So you have to have a huge glass of water, go for a 10-minute walk. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Do you have water before your coffee?
I do because I wake up very thirsty.
I have water by my bed, and I always have a little bit of water walking downstairs to go make my coffee.
Me too.
Yeah.
My coffee's usually already made.
I make myself espresso every morning.
Okay. I wouldn't need to exercise if that was my
No,
routine.
I would not.
No, that
She
gets
gets a
me
double
like
whammy.
ready.
She does that.
I'm
She's
like,
like,
boom, boom.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Get out
and
of
then
bed.
Get out of bed. See, clearly I didn't get this far. Did I not read the book? Did somebody just tell me
No,
to
I
do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
I just listened to her podcast, and it was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get up. Now, I did try it, and what worked, the part that worked, which is harder, especially for us, not for you, was I put on my tennis shoes. I didn't have coffee yet, and I went for a 10-minute walk. And I have to tell you,
the walk's great.
But it's great. The 10-minute
I do
walk
like a
early
walk.
in the morning, just by
that.
yourself was fantastic. It lifted my mood. I hadn't slept hardly at all that night as well, but I still felt okay. The coffee for no hour is brutal.
Do you walk the dogs?
No,
when
she
you do
says
that?
don't do it, just
Okay.
you. No
She
device,
said
no
that?
dogs.
See,
just
because
yourself.
this is my feeling.
I didn't walk the
I
dogs.
hate to walk my dog. I love my dog
Me
so
too.
much,
Yeah.
but I don't like to walk the dog. Okay,
Because they stop and they pull.
annoying.
and
they
she tells
annoying.
me where she wants to
Yes,
go. So it's a
completely.
fucking power struggle. It's just like, and I don't want to lose, and I do because I can't fight her.
Yeah.
So I don't want to walk the dog, but I feel guilty if I go for a walk without the dog because I'm like, odds are I'm not going to want to do this again
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, no,
Might as well
I
kill
agree.
2 birds with 1 stone, which is an awful saying. I don't understand it. I love birds. I don't want to kill 2 of them with 1 stone.
And how is that even possible? They're like next behind each other?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
that's
just,
how hard you're
It's like
throwing
cool.
it.
that's how determined you are to kill more than 1 bird at
That's
one
right.
time.
So you're not supposed to walk the dog. You're supposed to
Just
Okay.
yourself. And I did it. And that was the part that I loved the most, was the morning walk, getting the sunlight. And it was something I did for myself. So when I came back in and I had to get Hudson, my younger, who's, still has to be woken up. He's a teenager going into high school. I was in a better mood. It was just a 10, and I put a timer on my phone, so I knew there was no pressure to exercise.
Yeah.
It was just, but then it was wonderful.
That's the
It
10
was
minutes.
wonderful.
That's me setting my alarm 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
When I go downstairs and I open the blinds and I turn on the lights and I make my coffee and I let the dog out, that is, I need that, even if it's just like 5 minutes before I have to go in and make sure my kid's awake. And that's lovely.
It's the happy time in the morning. It's like
It's not,
that
you're
moment.
really pushing it.
Yeah, this is the, I'm getting
it's
through
like
it.
you open
It's
the
the
window.
quiet times.
That's
I don't know
not
that
the
it's the
happy
happy
time.
time.
I'm
No.
with you. Not happy time.
No.
Happy
I
time is when
love
I'm
that
the
you-
only. Yeah, I love that.
I love that she has that, though.
Love
I love that you have that.
It's my favorite time of the day.
And
love
then, okay, so is your husband like that as well? Is he a morning person?
Not really. He's not anti-morning, but he takes a while to wake up. But he'll be down
likes
by
a slow
like
morning.
8.
Huh.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
That is
more
reasonable.
than reasonable.
Way more reasonable
Yeah.
than yours.
Than yours. Yeah, way more sensible. What about your kids? Are the girls morning people? No. They would sleep till.
But what a
Izzy
great
sleeps till
example
like 2.
you
Yeah.
gave them.
Yeah.
I wish that I had given my boys the
They say
example of
something's
like,
wrong with me. So
yes.
I
They
think
think
maybe
something's
not.
wrong
Yeah.
with you, so
Yeah.
maybe not.
yeah, so
Maybe
maybe
cancel that.
I like told them, about an early morning walk that I took on a trip, and Izzy's
like a
that
sunrise
tracks.
thing.
Oh,
that tracks.
seriously?
Yeah.
That's
I was like, it was
funny.
so beautiful, and then sounds like you.
My husband and I went for a hot air balloon ride on our honeymoon.
Oh, so
and
nice.
you're just reminding me of this because I will still to this day, this was 22 years ago, I will not forget how painful it was to get up that early in the morning on my honeymoon, when I was like, no, what we want to do is
that's a dumb idea.
luxuriate and eat and drink and make love and whatever, and we just want to be hedonists. And I had to get up at like 5:30.
Yeah.
He chose
It's-
that. That was him.
No, I
No?
think we both did because it sounded romantic.
Yeah.
And it really was lovely to do. But I look back at the picture, because of course we have a photograph of us like in the basket.
What do you
Yeah.
look at like?
I look at that picture and I go, I was fucking miserable. I was fucking exhausted. Look at my eyes. I'm like, I was miserable. I was so tired.
Yeah, no.
It's just
fun.
not our
No,
thing. But
it's not,
I do love hot air balloons. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? You don't do those at 2 p.m.
No,
No,
do
you
those at
don't.
2
You
p.m.
don't.
You gotta
You
do-
have to
no.
go early.
Yeah, you do.
But even so, I am like you when I travel though. I don't get up and exercise, but I get up. When I'm traveling
Love
with
it,
the kids,
yeah.
like we went to Japan or if we've been to New York, they would sleep in. I'm like, you do not sleep in when
Yeah.
there's too much to see and do. And I will get them up. And I'm awake. Maybe that's it. Maybe because there's so much fun in the day to be had
No.
that I'm anxious to get out of bed and deal with
It's
it.
tough though, because it's a vacation.
That's
and
true.
vacation to me means relaxation and time
Right.
off from the
Right.
grind.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
See,
true.
vacation to
That's
me
true.
is like her.
Is adventure.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
We could
it's
travel
adventure.
together, yeah.
I'm
Me too.
going out. I want
Yeah.
to,
I think
see
the difference is that
everything.
my life every day is an adventure, Libby. That's the part that you're mistaking. You're missing that part.
You're living the
true.
My every
vacation
day is
true.
an adventure.
You're living
So
that.
my vacations have to be relaxation.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do first thing in the
Yeah, what do
morning
you
when
do?
you get up?
Lay there?
Yes, I press
I'm not
snooze
being
a couple
funny. I'm
times.
being
Oh, do
serious.
you?
I always have to
Yeah.
snooze a couple times. I do not
Yeah.
like the
It's hard
hurry
to
up and
get
get
up.
up. Yeah. So my alarm, it has a lovely sound and it's very quiet. So when it goes off, maybe it wakes Stuart a little bit, not much. He sleeps through anything. So I just, but I get it quickly. And very often, because our brains are what they are, I wake up 1 or 2 minutes before the alarm goes off because
Oh, because that's what.
because
it's
we're fucking
wired.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
So I don't know. I lay there. I do snooze a couple of times. I think my brain, the first thing I do, my brain goes, what do I have to do today? what is the first thing today? What's up? What's my to-do list? And then I get up and I put on my pants because I'm in underwear. I put on my pants, my slippers, and a big old fucking fleece, like
yummy
sweatshirt thing because I'm freezing because my room has to be like 66 degrees because I have fleece sheets.
Oh.
Wow.
I want to be in
perfect,
like bug in a rug. That's probably why you get out of bed so quick. Maybe your sheets aren't that comfortable. I'm just kidding.
Maybe you need to make your
my
bed
sheets
less...
are super.
Are they?
Yeah, they're super
so
comfortable.
I have my water. I have a sip of water, and then I try to make it to the bathroom without peeing my pants, which is sometimes hard.
That's hard.
Depending on how many hours I've slept and how much water I've had the night before. Right. Sometimes I don't make it.
You just
sometimes
do
I'm
you
like,
stop and pee, or just on the way?
No, I just have to like when I pee, I'm like, well, that underwear is not going back on, and then I put on the sweats without underwear.
Yes, I know. I've done that.
I beat myself a little bit. So if that doesn't happen,
you are a deep sleeper, my friend.
Oh yeah, no, I don't get up to pee during the night. I haven't done that since I was pregnant.
Don't?
Wow. Hell no.
I pee like 3 times.
Hell no.
Anyway,
I pee.
If I get up to pee,
every night,
I will not go back to sleep. That's the problem. I can't fall back asleep easily. Well, that's not the problem. The problem is I don't want to get up to pee.
You don't want to get up to pee.
So I tell my body no.
That's
I'm
smart,
like,
though.
I do a last pee before I go to bed at night, and I'm like, because you're not getting any bathroom breaks for the next 7-8 hours.
You're mommying your body.
I am.
Yeah.
No bathroom breaks.
No bathroom breaks.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
As a matter of fact, sometimes when Stuart gets up to pee, it wakes me up, and that pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or when they wake up and I go, I like move and I'm still kind of asleep and he goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
oh, I hate that.
I do that to
you
him.
just woke me up and now I have to answer you, and if I don't answer you, I'm bitchy in the middle of the night. But if I answer you, then the sleep that I'm finally think I'm about to get, it wakes my brain up if I talk. So I had to actually say to him very nicely, do not, unless you're on fire, or do not talk to me.
Don't wake me.
Because it's hard to tell what state I'm in, because I know I move around a lot, but there's a chance I'm in the state I might sleep. So don't talk to me.
Totally.
Hey, that's my tip for the day.
Yeah.
Don't talk to people.
Well, that's a good tip, actually, because remember back when people were like, you know, when we were all young and they were like, you know, oh, yeah, my boyfriend or my husband woke me up for a little, you know, for a little middle of the night sex or whatever. I'm like, are you fucking mad? Are you mad? I will kill you where you sleep.
I will cut you while you sleep.
I mean, no fucking way.
Don't
you're lucky you got a couple of morning sessions.
Yeah.
And that's a long time ago.
That was a lot. That morning sex was a long time ago.
Oh my God.
That's not occurring. And in fact, when they get that look on their face, I'm like, absolutely not. No way.
I remember Stuart
barely
looking at me. This is going to sound so bad, but we had a fabulously fun wedding, not for me, but for everybody else.
Why not for you?
Because I was stressed out. Yeah.
The bride, being the bride stressed.
Yeah. So, but all of my stress was about everyone else having a blast. So they did.
Yeah.
But we were, and 2 times in my life, I've seen my husband drunk. He drinks, but he holds his alcohol, holds his booze, like he just twice ever.
Wow.
I've seen
I
him
would
drunk.
love to see Stuart.
One of them was our wedding night. Okay.
Shut up.
Yeah, so
how fun. No.
What on earth makes you say how fun? How fun? He was fun and trash.
Well, wasn't that? You were supposed to be fun drunk.
Oh, he's fun drunk.
Okay,
but I wasn't having it.
Oh, okay.
Right,
You needed a partner in the dealing of the wedding and the.
Well, I thought I did, but in the end, no. It was better that he was having a good time.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was time to walk back to our room. I don't know why it was time. I guess we had stayed really late for the after party and all that, but then it was like, you know, we were beat. I don't know what it was, but it was like, okay, we're going to go back to our suite. And we go back to the suite. I've got 74 bobby pins to get out of my hair. Of course.
Oh, yeah.
I've got like, you know, who knows how many undergarments to keep my boobs pushed up to my chin, you know, in my wedding dress.
Oh, yeah.
And like I had slippers on by the end of the night, so I wasn't super uncomfortable, but there was like going to be a process of like taking this apart.
It's a whole thing.
Right?
Yeah.
And we walk into the room and I look at Stuart and I'm like, you get that expectant look off your face.
Wedding night.
I mean, like, what? First of all, it's not the 1950s. Second Second of all, we didn't wait till marriage.
Yeah,
Third of all,
we've been doing it a while.
bobby pins. Get out of my face.
Corie.
Right? And he was like, that tracks. Yeah.
That tracks.
And here we are 22 years later.
I love that. You're like, we've been
my
doing
God.
it a long time. This isn't a special fun night.
No.
I'm exhausted.
Right? You didn't pick me up and carry me over the threshold either. Come on. And you are wasted.
How long?
Good night.
How long? I know we have to get to Tuesday tips, but how long?
You gave your tip, didn't you?
Yeah.
What is it?
I forget.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me
Yeah.
at all
Yeah.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
something
right.
That's a good tip.
Don't
crucial
wake
happens.
me.
Yes.
Just don't. Because you don't know if
Absolutely.
I'm actually kind of falling asleep or actually asleep
Yep.
or whatever.
Oh, I've
it's
told my
valuable.
husband the same thing.
It's huge.
Do
Do
not speak.
Yeah,
Yes.
do not speak. And then I just won't answer. And then sometimes
Yeah.
I'll go, are
Yeah.
you
Can-
okay? And I'm like, oh my God.
Breaking the rule over and over again.
Stop that! And it's so sweet. My husband is such a good
Yeah.
guy. He's
No,
so sweet.
I
He's
know.
a guy.
David will
They
be
don't
like,
get
"Are
it.
you okay?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "I'm
I'm
fine."
Just,
Yeah.
now I'm
Now
not.
I'm awake.
Now I hate you.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm not.
now I'm not. Thanks for joining. We are the Do-Over Divas.
We are. Check
See you
us
next
next
time.
time for another do-over.
When you got a passion, been on for so long, and everything around you.